uniquely horrifying adventure game by Benjamin Rivers. Hello, I'm Lemon the Combustible One, and I am playing Home. Came across it on Steam today. It's about £1 at the moment till August 14th. So, I have no idea what's it about. From what I can tell, it's a unique horror adventure set in a home. We'll see what happens. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend you put aside an hour and a half to complete Home in one single setting. Wear headphones, turn off the lights. It's a bit hard to turn off the lights. I can't turn out the sun, it's broad daylight. Move left and right and look up, interact, F4 to come in. Yeah, basic controls. Okay. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. Creepy as. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. And here we are. I shall name you Jeremy. Jeremy, come on. Let's go on an adventure. Is that feces? Looks like feces. Oh god. The house. Where was I? Up, dead body. There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? You don't care? Oh, it's a kitty cat! Oh my god! Here's a kitty cat. What's this? Oh, go through this, still fine. Down into the creepy basement. I noticed I was limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg? I wonder. Although I could really recall was coming home. All I could really recall was coming home to see Rachel. You're Jeremy then. She was upset, not afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs to find my way out. Okay. A thin grey mouse stuck in a trap. It looks exhausted. Free it, yes or no? Am I able to click? Because I want to say yes. A collection of rusty tools. These looked like they had seen a lot of use and were caked in damp-smelling dirt. Why aren't they in a shed? Because this is a shed. I bet you're a murderer, Jeremy. I found a picture of a couple. It looked like they moved a lot. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Push it. Yes. It pressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. Oh, now you screwed up the painting. That's gonna bug me if I come back in this room. I want to pick up the tools. Why is there something evil in this house? This is supposed to be a horror game. What are you doing, Jeremy? Ooh, books. The shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. It seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. I'm assuming it clicked over here. Don't like that noise. An old dining table covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and liquor bottles amongst the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach. A black and white photo looked like a man upstairs and his wife. I guess there was no reason for me to keep this. Do I take it? Yes. I slipped the photo into my pocket. Maybe this would help me find some answers. You never know. Just pick stuff up. I bet it's useful. And I will head downstairs. You know, I'm sure on top. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn. There was caked in mud all over. Mud cake. Delicious mud cake. The bathroom was spotless. Everything seemed to be white to a sheen. I wonder if it was the man's wife who did the cleaning, or him. You know. You never know, you might have had a cleaner. There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives was sticking out and pretty blurry. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. Well, good luck, Jeremy. I'm assuming. The front door is blocked by a pile of furniture. I'll have to find another way out. Or I could move the furniture. Just keep walking. The door was taped up and seemed to be stuck. By the smell, I guess it led to the kitchen. What are you assuming it smells like? That's down to a basement. The box looked heavy. And the marking on the floor obviously had been moved before. Maybe I found a way out. I'm gonna say no. I'll come back to it. I don't want to move that till later. I want to explore the rest of this house. Oh, this has been opened. There were sheets of paper all over the kitchen table. It looked like a series of names written down, but they were too smudged to read. I could only make out a few of the notes. Keycard, locker, last one I promised. I didn't make much sense this time. Another. Thought so, Mr. Mouse. You never know, he might help me. Run upstairs to where the body was. Oh, this way. The leak in the ceiling. More books. A computer! The desk had a computer, some papers, and a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but should I open the drawer? Yes. Receipts, pen, blurry photo, looked like a store of some kind. Why did this seem so familiar? Because this is your house. Feces! Oh, it's blood. It's fixed. The blood on the walls, it smelled fresh and was sickening. I realised there was a lot of blood on my shoes and pants. I'm assuming you mean trousers, not your underwear. Oh man, I had to get out of here. I'm assuming that's because you're in the same room as a dead body. Just saying. Yeah, but this game seemed like it'll be interesting, so then it took about 10 seconds to install onto my computer because it had a few megabytes, and from what I can tell it's relatively interesting. Okay, time to move the box. There you go, there's T-Rex for you. Maybe I found out where. Should I move it? Yes, you may move it. I heaved the box forward and it finally gave. There was a ladder going underground where the box was. The dank smell rose from the passage, so I climbed the ladder. Yes, that's why I uncovered it. I look at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture. They had a divorce. I wondered where the wife was. My legs was still in terrible shape. I had to get out of here. Basements. So glad I don't have one. Footprints in the dirt looked more than one, and a lot of traffic. It's a map of some sort. Places marked all over an old map. Town, industrial area near the river, various houses, and even water towers near the old rail station. Newspaper clippings from local papers. They were all about murders in town over the last few years. Wait. There were photos. Photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more, tried to find out some kind of information. You're a murderer. Oh, I'm saying it now. Oh, Rachel, please be okay. I wanted to rush home, but I had to find a way out first. I need to see what else was down there. A work table covered in paper and dirt, and a handgun. I hate guns. I didn't take it, did I? Oh yes, you did. I tucked the small handgun into my pocket. Its weight was somehow reassuring. I'm not surprised if someone came to murder you. You have a gun. Why is there a double basement? That's just weird. It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I think that says. I don't know. I couldn't believe what I was. Oh, I couldn't believe what I saw. Dyslexia switched the words around. Weird. Words? Letters. Letters. It's a letter, not a word. What was this place? Well, I'm assuming some sort of basement. I'm assuming it's a murderer's house. The desk looked old and was caked in grime. On it was a sack of old faded photos covered with what looked like names. They were sketched out and illegible notes written beside them in blue faded ink. I can only make out a few letters. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make any of that out. None of them made any sense to me. What's this thing? Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wooden rope. It's caked with blood. Somebody didn't actually use this thing, did they? Crudely made shelves. They look like they were holding some sort of cans of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warning. Well, someone's clearly being caged. It was small, but there was something coated in the bone, something wet. I'm assuming that's blood. I'm assuming there was an animal in that cage. Or a head. I'm gonna go this way first. Looked like to be bones half dug into the ground, and the remains of looked old. The faded clothes that stuck up amongst the dirt looked familiar. It's Rachel! They looked like clothes that a woman was wearing in the photo. Maybe the man's wife. Or was it the man's wife? I'm just saying, that's Rachel. I'm calling it now. I'm saying you're the man, you're a murderer, and that's your wife. Some kind of old boxes. They looked like they were years old. Wait a minute, these boxes had old clothes in them. Clothes I remember throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? Someone wanted old clothes. Is that the rat? Oh, bats. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Seeing if anything this way first. There was a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Yes, I would take it. Are you whispering to me, Mr. Scone? Tell me your secrets. Is this guy the murderer? Is he now? Tell me. Rope I found would let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Do I climb down? Yes. What the hell? I hear a faint hum and the smell from before started to get worse. I'm expecting to find dead bodies everywhere. A bunch of old newspapers pasted together. A message had been written, smeared on it. Keep out, danger due to a cave-in. What's that noise? Ambient noise. I could still feel a faint impression of the rope I had slid down, pressed against against the heaviness of the door. It was probably for the best I hadn't jumped. The ache in my leg was bad enough. I thought I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place? At least I thought I had found that old handgun. It seemed to have worked, and from the smell of it, it had already been used. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed familiar. Wait there. 'Cause you're a murderer. Or you've been reliving this thing over and over again. They tend to like doing those sort of stories. There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. So someone's just gone along and smeared dirt and grass on the floor, just like, ugh. Do I go through that door or up? I'll go up first. I'm assuming this is going to be a dead end, that's why I went up. Yep. Disgusting. It was a mess of filthy garbage bags. There were rips and tears in most of the bags. It looked like old videotapes sticking out. Do I take the tape? I'm going to take the tape. I wasn't sure what I hoped to discover within the tape, but I took it anyway. You never know. Someone might find your dead remains. And it has a tape on, and that tape might show the picture of the actual guy who killed you. I don't know. I could hear a faint trickling sound like water. What was that? A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't want to touch. I'm taking the knife with me. I slipped the knife into my boot. Since the gun had been in my pocket. Do I really need all this? Yes. I don't trust that exit door. I will look further this way.